Right, there'll be none of that poncing about today, none of the usual humour and razor-sharp wit. This is a strictly educational piece of media. We're not here to have fun. Some dipsticks have been commenting, play all your basses in one video. So we're gonna get it done today. I should be at Bradford City right now, but I'm doing this for you. And I haven't got time to start going on about, oh, check out me bass merch, it's all listed below. Or you can get me on Cameo for a personalised message. Or check out me members only area on Patreon. We're not going to mention any of that. The only thing I will ask you to do is hit that subscribe button. And if you've already done that, there's a thing next to it with a bell. Click that and click the thing that says all. Not personalised, all. That's the one we want. This today is going to be like a bass enthusiast video. For people who actually care about all these different pieces of wood with bits of metal strings attached to them. But I won't be going too in depth and talking about nut width and knob girth and all of that sort of stuff. You can go watch that Johnny Dibble for all that. Every bass today is going through this Origin Effects preamp with these settings. Thank you so much to Origin Effects for sending me that out. I truly love their stuff, and not just because it sounds good, but because all the logos look like old railway station signs. Feel like it was meant to be, you know. So, quick before and after, this is the clean DI. And this is with the preamp. Okay, well, I'll be using that on everything from now on. Okay, so this first bass is the Squire Classic Vibe Precision. This is one of those extra special ones made around 2008 to 2010, crafted in China. And I've mentioned this before, but no one quite knows why they're so special. We just know that they are. And this cost me £160, and it's one of my favourite basses. If you can get hold of one of these, it's thoroughly recommended. Next, Brian Eastwood custom build PJ bass. I was a bit stupid when I had this built because what I asked for was a 62 style P bass with an extra J pickup and a jazz neck, and they built it perfectly. What I didn't realise is that on 62 P basses you have to take the bloody neck off to make truss rod adjustments, which has been an absolute nightmare. So all the parts on here are Fender custom shop. Tuning pegs, bridge, all the tone pots and everything, except for the pickups are Aguilar. So this is pretty high spec bass. I've got really old strings on it though, so you might not be able to tell. Next up, this one's a Borrow. Thank you, Tony. This is a USA Fender jazz bass. So this is strung with rotor sound flats, and it's also got these Thud Muffins mutes in them. So these are replicas from the 1960 jazz bass mutes, I think. And also, instead of the usual volume tone, this has got like a master volume here, and then like a pickup selector on the second one. So this is how I usually set it up. Both pickups on full, tone about halfway down. Next up, 1963 Gibson EBO. So I saved up £1,000 and bought this, and I'm so glad I did. However, I'm just still not getting the sound I want out of it. So I have no problem with the sound of this thing, the Mudbucker. So this is what it originally came with, and someone added in another pickup at the bridge, which sounds so trebly because of how close it is. Ideally, I think I'd want one about here. So this is actually a Rickenbacker pickup that I put in to try and compensate. But still, listen to how trebly it is. Yeah, it's just not sounding good yet, so I might have a fiddle with it. But listen to this thing. Got to mention, these are original 1960s Labella flat-wound strings. Which leads me on rather nicely to this vintage, which the good people at JHS kindly have let me borrow. And as you can see, this is exactly what I was talking about. Bridge pickup a bit closer in. So this has round wounds on it, so it's going to be a lot brighter than the Gibson. I really love this thing. You're going to see it a lot more in upcoming videos. JHS have also very kindly let me borrow this Rapia Sapphire. I honestly don't know if YouTube's going to make me bleep that word out. I'm not going to say too much about this because I've got a full feature coming up on it very soon. So you might remember this one from the I found this bass in a skip video. Very conveniently, that skip was right outside my house. No, I'll tell you what actually happened. It was found in an attic and very kindly donated to me. I then placed it in a skip right outside my house and pretend I found it there, because that's the sort of hijinks you have to pull on YouTube to get noticed. That and sexy clickbait thumbnails. So, again with the help of Tony, we changed this into a Strangler's Tribute bass, complete with logo and rat, as well as the correct gauge of strings supplied to me by Rotosound. Now, there's a couple of problems with this thing. The truss rod is knackered, so the neck is not very straight and it doesn't play very well. And it's not just me being weak, I've had some very strong men give it a go, but that truss rod is stiffer than Jimmy Page at the Teen Choice Awards. It also needs a new pickup because this part doesn't work, meaning I can only play the A and E strings currently. This beast is the Necromant, loaned to me by Hagstrom. Thank you very much. This really is a beautiful looking and sounding bass. However, as a very short man, this thing is bloody massive. I'll go more in depth on this one another time, but for now, listen to this. This was gifted to me by Tony. Thanks, Tony. And it's a Spider acoustic bass. Not sure where that's come from, but it's strung with shoelaces. I put them on for one video and they've never come off. Might not sound great, but it feels beautiful on me fingers. I love this little thing. Guild Ashbury, sent by Jerry from America. Thank you so much, Jerry. I haven't quite got the hang of this thing yet, but I'll give it a go. And in a similar vein, Echo Fretless U-Bass. I've bloody not got enough batteries for it though, sadly, so I'm just gonna have to mic this one up. And in a similar vein again, the Carla U-Bass, very kindly gifted to me after I joined up as a Carla artist. I'm not sure if they pronounce that the same in Hawaii. So, someone pointed this out in the comments recently, and I totally agree. It has great evenness across the board, so when you're playing a G string, it doesn't have that tinny kind of thin sound. I think that's because the strings are so thick and tense. I love this thing, listen to this. Next, Epiphone Thunderbird, lent to me by Polish Joe. This is another case of little man, big bass. The strings are old, it needs a clean, the action's too high, but here's how it sounds. Next, this has become a bit of a legend, this Epiphone Newport. It's had double bass strings on it. It's been covered in Vaseline, and now it's got these Rotosound drop zone strings on it. So it's tuned A, E, B, and F sharp. Well, I think that's F sharp. I can't even bloody hear it. Well, the windows were rattling then, bloody hell. Next up is this 1971 Dan Armstrong, complete with sliding pickup. I bought this for about 800 quid and I've used it on one video so far. Now, I've had plenty of basses with neck dive, but this has got body dive, man. So I do have a full video available on this, but let's have another mess about with this sliding pickup. Next, the Nope bass. Designed by myself with one acrylic pen, and then finished with a clear coat by Tony to protect the design. Thanks, Tony. Hate 5 strings, don't have anything to say about it, let's just play it. Now, I don't know if this one counts as a bass, I'll let you make up your own minds, but this was very kindly given to me by Cal. I had to go to Bury to pick it up. The only 2 things about Bury that I liked was Cal and his dog. Horrible place. Sorry to anyone from Bury. So yeah, if you didn't know, it's a Squire 6, so it's like a guitar but tuned an octave below. This is the Chowny NT4, given to me by Chowny Bass. Medium scale, that's exactly what I like. I wish I had more medium scale basses. I also won Bassist of the Year with this. I only mention it every half an hour. This is my go-to bass when I need to play fast. This is a collaboration bass between Chowny and Retrovibe, and I've set it up Bernard Edwards style. It's in need of some repair though, it constantly sounds like the battery needs changing. And here's a few honourable mentions that are either stringless or in need of some repair. Chowny SWB Fretless. I can't wait to get this one going again. I've just realised I've not played Fretless in quite a long time. Anyway, it sounds like this. Retrovibe Telecaster Bass. That sounds like this. Retrovibe Strap Bass, that sounds like this. Chowny CHB1, that sounds like this. Chowny SWB2, which is actually green, but probably not in this video. If you didn't already guess, both Chowny and Retrovibe used to give me a load of basses to demo, and it's only my own fault that I've let them fall into disrepair over the last few years. Next up, we have the Zenta Bass. No idea about this thing, I think it's Japanese and probably late 60s, early 70s, something like that. Squire Classic Vibe Mustang. I'm keeping this as a 3-string to play slide on it. Is that going to damage the bass long term? Please let me know if you know. Next, this bloody thing, the Frankenbass. Bought for 50 quid from a bloke in an industrial estate in Rotherham. How fitting. Longer video available, but here's how it sounds. Next, the Mindbender. Please watch my full video on this one for a detailed explanation of why it sounds like this. And last but certainly not least, the 1975 Rickenbacker 4001, my bloody favourite. This is currently on a very long-term loan, thank you Tony, again. But I'm hoping to buy it one day, once I'm out of debt. Thank you for watching everyone. If you've enjoyed this half as much as I have, then I've enjoyed it twice as much as you. Here's the Ricky, you dipsticks.